next is fine. This is the correct sell in this moment. That 4-hour valley is the correct sell. Whatever it does after that, it's not the point. The point is this was the correct sell. So to make 10% on this, and then fine. So you have a larger hold. This does give entry 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. Oh, the move actually breaks down. You can see why it tried to hold this move. Like you guys can see why it stopped out there, right? This becomes the immediate re-entry, right? This is that thing of greed, right? As to where some people bought here, you can see it right here, greed versus taking the best entry. If this thing were to move up, these people didn't get entry, but it's always that balance between, greed and price. This is perfect entry. Greed usually wins. Just when I'm taking my positions, I do go for the greedy position. We talked about this last week with greed. If you miss a move and you're greedy, so be it. There's like 100, 200 other coins to go and trade, or stocks, or whatever you trade. There's like 200 other, or 1,000 or 2,000 other stocks to trade. You could be greedy on everything. You could be greedy on 50 coins a day, and all you need to do is fill one if the leverage is right. So that's my take on it anyways, is I prefer greed over anything. When it comes to this stuff, greed is my motivator. So fine, it holds that level. It starts to break its trend here. It has whatever this trend is right here. It does break the first leg of it, right? So that same distribution cycle does break the first leg. Does back attack the valley here, which sets up this here, which you can see it's falling against. You're just seeing it on a micro time frame. Then it has its move up there. Then it breaks over this and pops, right? At this point, it would be trying to hold valley right here. Oops. You've got your valley right there. So, tries to hold that valley right there. Now has its uptrend, right? Come on. Has its uptrend already. Uptrend is already established. Uptrend holds it. Ooh, breaks down, gives second entry. Ooh, nice scalp position there. But, like what we saw here, 1, 2, right? Same thing we're seeing here. 1, or wherever we just moved that from. The first part of that was, actually doesn't look like it broke it. But anyway, regardless, you can adapt it, and this could be your second swing. So, you will get compressed against this a little bit, break over top of it, and it flies, right? So same thing you saw here. 1, 2, breaks over, soars up, right? Same thing you just seen here. Creates trend here, comes back, pulls against the hold, hits that hold level, breaks over top of it. Remember, back to again last week, break over the hold level, bounce off it, and zip up, right? Inverse level gets hit to the sat, right? This actually gets hit literally to the sat, maybe 1 sat over. 28.49, and the high on the coin was 24.89. Yes, I said that right. 24.91. So 2 sats away. So 0.001% or 0.001. I'm not sure. I think it's 0.001. Comes down. It does try to hold this level here. You can see where it does try to hold the level. Actually, doesn't really try to hold this level, to be honest. It actually tries to hold this, the bigger valley. Fails down. Inverse level gets hit, it's probably going to move down. At this point, I'd switch to a larger time frame, look for re-entry. If I'm gonna, well, I don't want to delete this actually. Let's just take some stuff out. If I'm looking for re-entry on this, I'm looking at bigger valleys. Like this is no longer acceptable to me, this level here. And easy to say because I can see it on the chart, but this is no longer acceptable. It already has been touched and kind of, the inverse level was hit. So I'm not expecting to hold this ladder or even this ladder where that is. I'm actually expecting to go down, test a different level. So that's fine. We can get rid of this. That will keep. This will keep. We can get rid of this. We don't need this. We'll keep this one. We don't need this. This uptrend is broken there. This is giving us our new bounds on our trend for now. So without stepping too much further, let's see. Okay, this was already attacked. This hit the inverse level. It went down to hit the next hold level. So you have a hold level here. You want to attack the leg doesn't happen. Instead, you actually stop short on the hold level, come back down, zero respect for this, and you actually test this next hold here, which is giving you your new trend. Now I would be looking at testing this, and this is actually already tested. I would be looking at a minimum of holding this, but in also you could say that in a spot of greed, what do you target? Oops. Okay. In a spot of greed, what do you target? Do you target this? Because you're going to have options here, right? Like these are, I'm going to draw your options. You have this, this, that, and then I would say this right here. So you have options, like those are the hold levels, but which one do you target, right? Like this is the test of greed versus what can actually happen on the move versus missing it. Because you could buy here and it could move up, or you could buy here and you could just get insane entry. That's actually 10% cheaper. There's 10% between here and here. So you could actually make 10% more if you hit the right greed level. But again, if you miss it, then you miss the move up, right? Yeah, and it looks like actually it might just respect that level. Okay, just, oops, come on. Back attacks a valley. Let's get rid of this crap. Back attacks this valley, possibly hitting a larger time frame hold level. But to start with, we know it back attacks a valley, so that's good. So we want have a pullback possibly to here. We'll see. Oh, we forgot to draw our trend too. Break trend and have the pullback. Actually, just make new trend. Jesus, not bad. Break that level, attack this valley here. Now you're starting to develop a move. Now you're starting to develop the criteria of a move. Then you have this hold here. Loses trend, breaks that hold. Oh, what did we miss there? It just dumped down 2 candles. Kind of skipped our move through. Okay, we were here. I was trying to hold. Oh, where? Yeah, we must. Yeah, okay. So we came up, we came down. We tried to hold this hold level. Obviously, the uptrend failed. So that would have swung out to here. That would have been like that. So let's go back into this move again. Just get that trend because that's something we missed, right? So you guys can see the importance of trend with the question of, okay, well, hold levels and break levels, like the trend is the fuel, right? You can see it right there. You break trend and that becomes the moving of, same thing I was talking about on Bitcoin, where you want to validate trend or do something else. Kind of that same thing, like this is, you have the hold level and you have the trend. Like you may never in fact hit this hold level just because of trend, right? Just because of trend compression or whatever way you want to see it, right? Like you're just getting compressed against trend. So you may never in fact actually hit that hold level. So this is always the question of greed. You have to understand what's going on a trend. Hold and breaks give you targets, but they can't complete the puzzle for you, right? It was free money if it was caught in the moment. It was free money the second this comes down and holds this level. It's pretty clear as day. You're trending up and you fall back and come pre-test a level like this, and then you're breaking over this right here in this moment. Like this is just like so ABC, not ABC, but very follow the steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's just like 10% free. Very, very good eye to catch that. This will be interesting to watch this right now, because right now we should be launching. Like we just broke above the local valley. We just confirmed trend, bounced off it and holding. Like right now we should be launching. But remember, these are 5 minute. This is a 5-minute chart in a local time frame. So it's not like we're going to launch up $1,000. But respective to the time frame, we should take a sizable move up, just like down here, respective to this time frame. When we hit this level, because it's such a thin level, when it hits and moves up like this, you can see the exceeding strength right here. Like this is showing you the exceeding strength. In this scenario, we could be seeing the perpetual weakness by not moving up. So if we actually don't start to move up pretty quick, I bet you we failed down pretty damn hard, because just like here, where we're seeing the exceeding strength, this is telling us that we should be moving up like in a pretty big way. Just like this was saying, like, this is showing you extreme strength because this is such a thin level, and it's being hit. This is the opposite. This is such a strong move, and if it fails to ignite here, you could see like a bigger leg of distribution happen here. So this is a really interesting moment, because this is, you're getting into a little bit more of advanced concepts now, and stuff that's outside of this workshop, but to kind of leave people with their minds, firing on all cylinders, and looking forward to new content in the future, things we discuss in the future, some of these parts of these moves that can show you strength and weakness, and a lot of it is psychological, but it's not really psychological because there's a science behind it still. But the decisions, like, you can see the psychology on like, you could see the breakdown of psychology here when this is hit, and it's supposed to be a point of failure, but it's so thin that it actually acts as a hold. This is showing you extreme strength, and again, the opposite is true up here. This is supposed to just launch right off. We've seen this same exact little setup here on every coin on all time frames, where this is a point of big ignition, right? Like, this should be like, okay, let's launch up, and we should probably impulse to like 7,200 or something here now. Like, we should probably impulse up in a pretty huge way. If we don't, though, it's a sign of extreme weakness.
Hey everyone, how's it going? As you know, I'm now giving out some of this content for free that I was otherwise charging for the past little while. Drop a donation, subscribe to the channel, join Patreon. You'll get access to Discord. Great way. Lots of top level traders in there, people who are doing this for a career every single day. So go to Patreon, join a tier, get access to Discord. Go on Reddit, talk about future of trading, talk about the science of trading, talk about cotton candy, socials, everything you can. Let's help this thing grow. It's the way you guys can thank me for giving out this content for free that I was otherwise charging money for. So I'll leave a Bitcoin address on the screen. I'll leave the Patreon address on the screen. Just do something to help out. Okay, thanks guys. Take care.